This wasn't going to be about doing a show or anything to do with a career per se. It was a reunion to re-examine craft. You get hungry for that.
Essentially, it is for the purposes of those workshops to eliminate the consideration of audience. That is projection, that is to be in such a position that the audience or the camera can pick you up, you know, getting into your key light, getting onto your marks, getting to the right piece of furniture, all of those things. Essentially, it's only what the actor needs to do to commit themselves to the other actor.
Since most of the actors now live in L.A., we met in Hollywood. Marilyn McIntyre teaches at the Howard Fine Studio, and that's where we met, to go back to the source, as it were.
What really makes the artist is not the completed work that you hang on the wall or the Oscar that you get, or, you know, because that really relates more to fame and to some kind of, you know, success. And fame is the great enemy that we are all fighting. We're all haunted by it in this country. You know, it's fame is what you achieve, not your work.
Right.
It's fame, and it's so destructive because what happens is the very nurturing part of our work, which is the craft, goes out the window.
To deal with acting as a practice, I think you have to think of yourself not just as a performer, but as a technician. And Richard has terrific insight into what's at the core of what's going on for an actor.
And it's always based on, the first thing you do is what the hell is that person doing?
What's the matter?
Oh, don't be so fucking calm! Christ!
That's a Jack Benny look if I ever saw one.
What is wrong with you?
When we came away the last time, I came away with some insights that I'm sure are obvious. For one thing, is the absolute continuity of that very first baby exercise we teach of observation. You know, come in and what do you see? And what tends to happen is then we move on to the next exercise and we don't carry that with us. We don't carry, the assumption is that we will carry it with us. And then we move on to the third exercise and we lose the first exercise a little more and the second exercise some, and this keeps moving on. And what I realized was there's a continuity, and you cannot lose that first observation exercise. That's part of the problem. And that's what you were bringing up, is when you said, you know, you get it from the other person's behavior. You know, Sandy used to say, your energy comes from what the other actor is doing. But what the other actor is doing is what you're observing.
That's not it. That's not.
That's not it.
No, that's not it.
That's not it.
No, that's not it.
Don't sit there.
Don't sit there.
Don't.
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 Don't. Don't.
Don't.
Don't.
Don't sit there. Don't.
Don't.
That's what gets you into the moment, is because that is the only reality. Just what is happening at that moment is not what you've prepared. It's not the story. It's not your intention. All those structures which are terribly important. It's none of those things. The only thing that's important at the moment of connection is what's the other person doing.
No. 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 No.
I don't know if anybody else felt this, but while I was doing the repetition stuff, I had this overwhelming feeling of being such a horrible person.
Yeah.
Did you
That's what you have to permit yourself. We're all bourgeois, largely, you know.
Well, I certainly.
No, we all are largely, and that means we're carrying a whole shitload of limitations. That's what it means. An actor can have none of those when they're on the stage. That's another thing that has to be left at the door. You go in there with everything open. I mean, that's what the instrument's about, that it can play the whole scale. And you cannot go in saying, I want to be St. Joan when you're playing a whore.